If you missed our last video, we are currently on a solar-powered boat called a Silent 55. The technology is super cool. We have 15 kilowatts of solar panels on top and 210 kilowatts of battery storage underneath, which is massive. So the solar panels take the energy from the sun, which is stored in the battery banks underneath. Not only do these batteries power everything on the boat, including the dishwasher, the dryer, and the stove, but they also run the electric motors. So if you're willing to go at a nice slow pace and you have beautiful sunny weather, theoretically you could cruise around the Mediterranean indefinitely using only the power of the sun. But if you need to go a little further or a little faster, there's also a diesel generator on board that can provide a super fast charge to the batteries. So you're really only limited to how far or how fast you can go based on how much diesel you want to use. Now that I've introduced you to the boat, let me quickly catch you up on the crew. And like any good boat show, there has been some drama.
You need to chill. Okay, you need to get out of my face right now.
I'm just kidding, but we are swapping out the crew this week. Last week, our friends Riley and Elena from Silent Yachts spent the week on board with us. We bounced around the coastline of Mallorca, cruised down to Cabrera National Park, and eventually made the 12-hour crossing to the island of Ibiza. Yesterday, the La Vagabond crew set off on their next adventure, and now we are joined on board by our friends Raya and Louis.
If you don't already know Raya and Louis, let me quickly introduce you. Louis is basically the godfather of travel vlogging. Like really. We followed his daily vlogs well before we had our own channel, and he is a massive inspiration for us. And Raya is a gem of a human. She's like those people who literally make you a better person just by knowing them. These two are genuinely some of the best people we know, and we're so grateful to have them as friends. Oh, and we just learned that they're expecting their first baby.
It should have been Eamon and Bec as well, but COVID had other plans for their week. But we're hopeful they're gonna test negative and join us before the weekends. So now that you're all caught up, let me explain the challenge that we have set for ourselves today. Because if you watch this channel, you know that we have a hard time just relaxing and enjoying ourselves. There's always gotta be a challenge. I've talked Captain Mike into taking the day off.
So happy not being captain anymore today.
And today, I am going to be captaining the boat. So I'm gonna be totally in charge of planning our course, picking our anchorage, actually driving the boat there, re-anchoring, basically making sure that the entire crew is safe, and also making sure that this very nice yacht does not get damaged.
I would say 85% sure that we're gonna be fine.
In addition to Nate captaining the boat today, I want to give you an idea of what daily life is like on board, because we've really settled into a bit of a routine lately. Firstly, we've been really sleeping in because the sun comes up so late. I think it was almost 9 o'clock before it came over this mountain this morning. Of course, Nate brings me my first coffee in bed and I drink it there. But then I emerge upstairs. I make my own second cup of coffee, and I like to come up here to the flybridge and sit in the sunshine. The water's nice and calm. It feels warm and breezy. The beach bar isn't blaring Ibiza music. Just out here floating with a bunch of other strangers. Thanks, first mate.
Thank you.
Wow, this is so unstable.
I think it would be better if I stood.
All right, I'm standing right here.
Oh yeah.
Oh geez, I think it's worse.
Quit shaking.
I'm not shaking! So typically, we take the dinghy to shore, but for some reason this place doesn't really have a dock to put the dinghy while we're running. So plan B is not going well so far. We have all of our belongings in this trash bag.
We're dry, aren't we? I'd say it's going pretty well.
Ah, quit getting me wet!
We're gonna call this the Silent Yacht Triathlon. You have to paddleboard to shore, go for a run, and then I'll swim back to the boat after it's over.
Yeah, why don't you swim back? I'll take the paddleboard by myself.
Gonna make it.
Stop it, Nate!
I think we can make it to the shore. Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh, thank goodness.
All right, the feet are dry. Shoes are on, let's go for a run. This is the beach club that was bumping music till 2 a.m. last night while we were parked right there.
Off we go! So we've been coming to land about twice a day. The first time being in the morning for a run. And it has been so fun. I've probably mentioned before on here that I hate running. I hate running. It was just a really fun way to hang out with Elena. It's really motivated me to go with them, and I'm just so glad I did. So I'm gonna stick with it.
Wow, this has turned into a beautiful trail run. Look at that. I am just so proud and so happy about Kara's running breakthrough this week. Running's been something I've been really passionate about for the past couple years, but it's always something I've had to do by myself because Kara's absolutely hated it up to this point. But all of a sudden one day Kara was like, I think I could just keep going forever. And she finally had that breakthrough that I've been waiting on for so long. And I'm hoping that now running is something we're gonna get to enjoy together. Paddleboard's still there.
All right, Nate is completing his silent triathlon, which basically consisted of a 100-meter paddle, a 6-mile run, and now a 100-meter swim. I think you're going against the current.
Can't believe you swam it.
The silent triathlon is complete.
I feel like I need to wash my eyes roll. This drastically decreases the amount of times I shower because I feel like it's pretty much all you need.
I'm usually feeling super healthy after our run, so I've been making us smoothies every day.
What a way to start the morning.
Also, I'm usually just too hangry to actually cook something, so this is just a way to hold us over to lunch. And it gives us a little boost for our mid-morning swim, because how could we resist jumping into this insanely blue water?
This might be the clearest water I've ever seen in my entire life. When you're swimming in it, it almost looks like you're just suspended. I'm gonna go all the way down to the bottom and hold up a certain amount of fingers, and you tell me if you can see how many fingers I'm holding up.
Real quick, we want to say a big thank you to Athletic Greens for sponsoring this video. This is AG1 by Athletic Greens, and Nate and I have been drinking it every single day for a very long time. But we're not the only ones. We are currently sharing a house with 6 of our best friends. And today, I finally just marked our AG1 bottle with this very sad star because everyone here drinks AG1 every day, both on and off camera. So we had these all over the place and kept getting them mixed up. And the reason we all drink it is because it is the most convenient way to get so many amazing, nutritious ingredients in our bodies every single day. Just 1 scoop contains 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food source ingredients. And with our hectic travel schedules, we definitely weren't getting the nutrients we need from our diet alone. If you want to try AG1 for yourself, which I obviously recommend that you do, if you click the link in the description below, you can get the AG1 Immunity Bundle. That'll include the jar and shaker with your first purchase, plus a year's supply of these immune supporting vitamin D drops, which we also take every day, and 5 of these travel packs for free. I promise you won't regret it. Okay, back to the boat.
This is upside down, huh?
Yeah. You just have to put it in a little.
Okay.
This is 5, 10, 15.
So the first step of being captain is coming up with a plan, and in order to do that we have to take the weather into account. So I have that here on my phone. We have winds from the east, northeast most of the day, and then as you can see you need a lot of other things to plan. We have 2 books. These tell us about the anchorages. We have a map, another map here on my computer. Ultimately, the goal over the next 2 days is to make it to the northeastern tip of the island so that our crossing back to Mallorca is as short as possible. So today the plan is to make it about halfway to Port San Antonio, who we've already called. They don't have any spots, any mooring balls, or any places to anchor because apparently that's the party town and tonight's Saturday. So we'll try to find a cove nearby so we can at least go into town, check everything out, hopefully get some food. And according to my computer, based on a rough estimation, we have about 15 miles to go today.
See when they have here the 2-meter line.
In order to leave our anchorage, there's quite a bit that needs to be done.
This is the most fun toy on the boat, but it's also the heaviest. I really learned a lot from Riley and Captain Mike last week, and today it's putting it all to the test. So, Unfortunately, the weather out there is gonna be a little rough today, which means we won't be able to drive up here from the fly bridge. I'm just laying everything flat. We'll bring the roof down, pull up the anchor, and head out.
So happy not being captain anymore today. Having my first mate taking over the captaincy for the whole day. We'll see if he can go to the next bay.
First mate Mike,
Yes.
any tips? Also, how do I turn the boat on?
There's a key down here in the corner. So you have to put it forward. Yes. Yeah, it's good.
I'm sweating partially from getting the boat ready, but also out of nerves.
First of all, you have to put the screen on that you can see the anchor. Yeah, this one, and you go to bow. So we have to lift up the chain until the bridle is on the top, and then we take the bridle off. Now we can
Kara,
reach.
you on the bridle? You know anything about this?
No. I'll be there for moral support.
So here is the bridle hooked into the chain. Now he's ready to get the anchor. Oh,
That's easy.
let it run.
All right.
Okay, no,
Good?
no, let it run.
Now we're not attached anymore, and I can run into anything at any moment.
Oh no.
Press the top button here.
This one.
Yeah, this one. Now you
I'm
can
gonna
use
steer
that
with
one.
this. And the bottom one, if I push it this way, the boat goes
Goes
this
to
way.
the bottom,
Okay. Why are we not going that way?
Because it's red.
We should really reframe this video not as me being the captain for the day, but as me being a captain in training for the day.
If you go, you can leave the yellow one on starboard side and go straight out. And you can push a little bit more of the power.
Looks like there are a lot of yellow ones. Oh, way too much. It's very sensitive. All right, so now we're going 3 knots, and it feels a lot faster when I'm the one captaining the boat.
3.7.
So far, so good. I feel like getting out of the anchorage was the most stressful part.
It's the only thing you have to do, press the auto button, and you don't have to do anything. You only have to turn the knob again if you want to turn the boat a little bit.
So now for the next few hours, I'll just be turning this knob little by little, and then eventually we'll make it.
And in the meantime, when you don't have to turn the knob, you can eat something.
Perfect.
Oh no. Are you okay?
I heard it.
Well, that was a little stressful. I'm gonna make us a little lunch. It's super easy today. I'm literally just eating cold leftover noodles. Gonna dress them up a little. Here you go, Captain.
Thank you. Last night's leftovers. It's pretty chill once you're going. The autopilot's just doing everything. I'm gonna sit here, make sure we don't run into any boats.
You can also sit here because there's no boat coming. So
Mike thinks I'm taking my job too seriously. He thinks I could go enjoy life on the front, and then if I saw a boat, I could always run back inside.
I've been cooking a ton for the crew the last week and a half and loving every second of it, but feels really good to just be eating some leftovers for lunch. Whoops.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt to drive between these epic rock formations. So we're gonna put my piloting skills to the test. The passageway between them is huge, but when I'm in control of the boat, it feels really narrow.
So if you're the captain, what does that make me?
You can either be the chef or the deckhand or the videographer.
I have a feeling I'm gonna be all three today.
Do you wanna learn how to drive?
Well, I was just gonna ask some questions, but sure.
This is the propulsion, and then there's basically just 3 different ways to steer. You have the little stick thing, and this is if you need to be in control and move nimbly.
Stick thing.
This is the autopilot. Basically, all you do is just spin this dial to the heading that you want to travel to, and then you come over here and you look at this map. And basically, wherever this blue line is pointing is where we're gonna end up going.
Whoa.
So right now, I'm just aiming between those 2 islands.
Cool.
And then I don't have to do anything because this is just gonna keep us on that course.
So, like, what do you do?
Exactly.
How do you feel with your life being in Nate's hands?
Either he's a really good captain, or the ship itself is like very autonomous, and he's just pretending to be a really good captain. But it feels like everything's going to plan.
I didn't want to say anything, but I was sitting out front when we first left, and as soon as the anchor went up, we started floating like basically into the boat next to us.
Oh my
so I was ready to call him out, but he saved us at the last second.
Oh, it wasn't that close.
I would say 85% sure that we're gonna be fine.
I completely missed the boat situation. Do y'all have any like first impressions of the boat in general?
Definitely the most luxurious boat we've stayed on, and I'm fascinated by the technology.
I was saying, because obviously we live in vans, and when you do van life, there's just so, like, the potential of what you could be doing at all times is just like never ending. Living on a boat, there isn't that much to do. Like when we were parked up yesterday,
Snorkeling, flight board.
We went for a swim, stand-up paddleboard, and then we could just chill. And I think that is like a very relaxing feeling that I don't have FOMO, basically. I'm like, we've done all the things we can do, and now we can just hang out.
Yeah.
So I really love that.
Me too. And we can make coffee with the press of a button whenever we want.
I think I've officially gained Captain Mike's full trust, because I'm not sure where he went. He might be down in his bedroom, but I am fully in charge of the boat right now.
I kind of just want to give a little love note to first mate Mike right now. He has been perfect. He kind of lets us do our thing. We're all being super loud, playing Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza, and he's just in here reading or listening to his headphones.
He's just super chill, and I feel like his chillness sets the tone for the rest of the boat.
Hey, Cap.
This boat is even more high-tech than I realized. I don't feel like driving from the inside. Just bring this little remote outside. As long as we're on autopilot, if I just hit the little arrows, it's non-alcoholic.
There's definitely a whale spouting like, ah! Like, I don't know, 200 yards ahead of our boat. I hope it doesn't go away.
Wow, it's huge.
Yeah, it's going down. So Captain Mike is taking the helm. He's thinking about taking a shortcut, which I was not comfortable taking. The depth goes to less than 2 meters, and there's lots of rocks. Should I go up front? I should have splurged on the polarized glasses.
No pressure.
I feel like now if the boat crashes, it's still my fault because I didn't see the rock.
Well, minus the stressfulness of this moment, it's very beautiful here.
You can see from here, here's a bar on that one.
We're calling it off.
Yeah.
All right.
Mike was just trying to spice things up for you.
I think he was testing me and I might have failed the test. Letting the first mate take over to go through a dangerous pass.
Oh, there, no problem. There's a rock here and a rock there, but in between there's no rock. Boing. Okay, so you can go back on course.
Okay, back on course. Oh, power steering. I was like, we're going into the rocks.
The rocks are...
Oh, wrong way.
We're getting close to the rocks. Can you reverse
I'm
it?
trying to find the rocks underwater. You go straight in the biggest rock in front of us.
Nate, you need to stop.
Why is it going?
Is anybody nervous? We were going so fast straight at him.
Oh, don't exaggerate.
I might lower my percentage to 75.
In the afternoons, I usually try to get a little work done. And usually it's just me working because everyone else gets seasick, especially when the boat is on a journey. But today's ride's been really smooth, so Raya and Louis are getting some work done too. And we just posted a vlog. Woohoo! Can you please repeat this story?
I was living homeless here only for a week, but I literally had everything stolen, so I was like living in Ibiza homeless. And I just had this memory of the place we're going to today, of meeting a Spanish street kid. Him and his friends are like stealing off the tourists, and he ended up inviting me back to stay at his house. And it was a 1-bedroom flat, and it was his parents and 3 siblings, and I ended up sleeping in the living room with all the kids just on the couch, and I was a stranger.
The best part of hanging out with Louis is these random stories just come up all the time.
Hang on, everybody. We're turning.
Hold on tight.
Whoa.
We're really turning.
You have too much power. And now we can go this way maybe.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot which way it turned again.
That turn was so wild.
Like we're on a roller coaster.
Oh, it's not that bad.
All jokes aside, Nate's doing a great job, and I actually absolutely love how much he loves challenging himself and trying new things. I've been on this boat just as long as he has, and I know very little about how it works. And here he is, captaining the boat.
I wouldn't even call this challenging. I just enjoy learning new things.
But you're challenging yourself. Like,
Yeah.
it's something you've never done before. Y'all feeling seasick yet?
I'm feeling okay.
Apparently, if you have food in your stomach, then you feel better. So we're trying to snack and just stare at the horizon.
Thankfully, we have lots of snacks.
First mate's on the lookout.
You trying to prevent seasickness?
Port engine back and starboard.
Bit much.
I don't ever remember Mike making us turn that hard.
So basically what's happening is we're trying to go to a specific place to anchor, but the waves are all coming from the side, which makes the ride really uncomfortable. So to make it more comfortable, we have to do these zigzags to get there. So that's what all the crazy turns are about.
Field right there, that's where I slept.
You slept in this field.
Yeah, I can't believe he's still there.
So Louis is here by himself 20 years ago, hanging out on this beach, hid his stuff in a bush to go on a swim, and came back and all of his stuff had been stolen. All he had were his wet swimsuit shorts, no passport, no wallet, no phone. And instead of being upset about it, he went, oh, what if I tried to live here for a week with nothing? And that's exactly what he did.
Can you see those bushes? I can't believe it.
I can't believe you lived there and now we live here on this yacht.
This is so polar opposite. You've come so far, Louis.
You know though, I was just as happy.
But you didn't have me.
Apart from, okay. I was just as happy other than not being with you.
It feels very strange pulling up to this anchorage because we have not seen like hotels, like big buildings in general, in like a week and a half. Everywhere we've gone has been super remote, super quiet, and boom, we found the party. It is gorgeous though. There are all these rolling green hills, sailboats everywhere. We got to figure out how to turn the boat around and drop the anchor, which is always a little dramatic. The anchor's like, and everybody's pointing at things and looking at the screen and pressing buttons.
Turn this way, port side. And the starboard back, port side stern.
A little aggressive.
Starboard stern as well now. Starboard stern. Starboard stern.
Ah. It's like another language.
You should turn in and drop the anchor here next to him. If you just turn around,
Turn us this way?
Yeah, take the engine off.
Okay, engine's off.
That's the catamaran we're going to. These are the rocks we don't want to hit.
Stop with the engines.
Thank you for your patience and all of your help.
Well done, Captain. You need an Aperol Spritz or something, or a Campari. And you know we have to do this as well with Neptune and Rasmus.
What is that?
Neptune is the god of the sea and Rasmus is the god of the wind. So we have to calm Rasmus and Neptune with your new captaincy. So
Oh, this is a full-on ceremony.
I hope he is always safe on the seas.
Wow.
You always have water under your keel. And we ask Rasmus, give him always nice winds. Neptune, always low waves. Yeah?
I'm glad we're
Cheers.
following the
Thank
tradition.
you for all the help today.
Oh yes, we are your crew then.
Way to go, Captain.
Yeah. Well done, Captain. You brought us here to a nice place.
Okay.
We made it.
That's the windmill, we slept up there. This is us sleeping in the field, where my friend was like crying and phoning his mum, being like, I want to go home. And I was like, what's the problem, man? We're just chilling.
Once again, Nate is always blowing me away with his determination. Just 1 week ago, we were both falling off of this thing, but he's practiced every single day, and here he is riding like a pro. I've gotten a little bit better, but not this good.
All right, and we're off. Now we'll see if we can figure out where we're going and if I remember how to drive this.
First try! Going out on the town.
Now we'll see if we can find the dinghy dock. Riley made this look really easy every time, but he has been doing it for 7 years.
So we found the boat parking, but we have not found the dinghy parking yet.
Nope, not here. This man says not here.
The dinghy police.
Yeah, it actually is.
Where?
That way.
He gave me.
We're getting an escort.
He gave me the finger wave.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
No.
That's such a great way.
He thought I was trying to snag a good spot, but genuinely I just had no clue what I was doing. We are gonna be so close to making it for sunset. We've heard there's like clapping or something as the sun goes down. The sunset's a big deal here. I think to the right here maybe, where this one is.
Oh, yeah, that's a dinghy.
That is a dinghy.
We are
Police are coming
in
back.
a lot of trouble.
Yeah, next to that one,
Oh my gosh, I love him. The dinghy police is very sweet.
He basically was like, I didn't see anything, my lips are sealed. I don't think we're supposed to be parked here, but he doesn't mind.
Nice.
We're not gonna make it look that graceful.
Can someone let us know in the boating space if it's kosher to climb over other people's dinghies?
Wow, this is lively. I love it.
Our little dinghy adventure might have made us miss the sunset, but we're gonna be close. Oh, I think technically it's still up, it's just behind a cloud.
I'm feeling I'm gonna go to bed to this song.
That's our boat. There's the dance floor.
I'd say about 50% of the nights we've been on board, we've cooked on the boat, but the other half, we've come to land for the second time and gone out to eat.
This is the most people we've seen in so long.
So we've heard this part of the island is like the major party area. We've been in Ibiza for a while now, and I have not seen this side of it.
So I just asked the girl that works here if this is like low season, and she said this is empty compared to July and August. So that's pretty good for us, I think. Like, it's more chill, you know.
That's great, the people are loving it.
So I don't know if you caught the whole story earlier, but basically came here with no money, slept in a bush, went swimming, came back, everything was stolen. Had no clothes, just my swimming shorts. I just had another memory. When I was looking in all the bushes to find my stolen stuff, I found another suitcase that someone else had stolen. Opened the suitcase, there was clothes in it, and I was like, great, because I haven't got any clothes. So I put on clothes from this suitcase from somebody else. I just remember that, yeah. So I took a bunch of clothes that I just found. How cool is that?
It's too much.
This is like the party area here. Louis bush.
These are spiky. Pretty sure this is it. Pretty sure this is my bush.
All right, shots.
I bet we're the only people in Ibiza doing these types of shots on a Saturday night. Health shots, like
Immunity
turmeric.
shots.
Yeah.
This
Cheers.
is ginger.
Salud. All right. Same reaction though, as if it was tequila or something.
It's spicy and it's thick. I'm gonna get the hiccups.
Woo! Are your ears burning? No. Inside my ears are burning. What?
No.
I can't believe my ears are burning. I'm so intrigued.
That's never happened to me.
I don't think I'm gonna
They don't make them like that in the US.
Look how beautifully plated my polenta is. So I have this spicy tolerance. I'd say on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm like, I mean, if 10 is like the spiciest thing I've ever had, I'm probably like a 6. I'm like pretty good at handling it, but above that, I get the hiccups immediately. There's no way around it. So that's why I'm hiccuping. Because we took immunity shots, which is ginger, cayenne pepper. I can't remember what else.
Feel the shot has made its way to here now.
Yeah.
We're trying to get the engine started.
Great idea.
We forgot the key.
Helps if you put the key in.
I thought we were stuck here.
Yeah, I was like, we could probably paddle back. Maybe it's flooded now.
Oh no.
Okay, we're backing up slowly. And 3, 2, 1.
Well, that was our wild night out.
There it was, Ibiza, baby.
Be sure to head over to Raya and Louis' channel to see the rest of our time on board together. And spoiler alert, Eamon and Bec finally joined us.
Welcome.